Personally, when I'm away, I absolutely miss my mother more than anything else. Well, my mother is a great storyteller. Actually, my mom often shares her personal stories, like her romance or traveling experience with me. There's always something I can learn from her vivid descriptions, which are sometimes annoying, yet quite useful. Secondly, she is also fairly supportive towards me. Whenever I'm in trouble, say I failed my tests or came across with relationship issues, she would stand by me and offer me practical suggestions which can help me get through all these troubles. Sometimes I just feel like I cannot live without her. As for me, I long for the dishes made by my grandfather so much when I'm away from home. To begin with, my grandfather is really adept at cooking, especially fish and beef, and I was told that he used to be a chef in a restaurant, and the restaurant was always full because of him. Secondly, I not only enjoy those finger-licking good dishes, but also I can still learn from them. My grandpa always teaches me some culinary techniques or something curious about the food on the table, so it would be painful if I couldn't enjoy his cooking any more. Although there are benefits to both, it seems to me that taking a course online might be the better option. First and foremost, internet courses are more convenient. Actually, students can just sit in front of their internet-linked PCs and click their mouse without stepping outside. And trust me, nobody wants to go out to have classes, especially on a scorching or freezing day. In addition, I guess it can help students save lots of bucks. We should know that taking traditional courses means students have to spend extra money on commuting and housing. But with internet courses, they can just live in their own homes and don't need to worry about the redundant budget. Personally, I'm more inclined to choose to study in traditional classrooms for several reasons. In the first place, it allows me to enjoy interaction with teachers and classmates in the traditional classrooms. You cannot guarantee that teachers of the internet classes would tackle every student's puzzles, but in the traditional classes you can realize it much more easily. On top of that, the traditional class provides me with social occasion that the internet class doesn't have. I'm an outgoing person, and I need a place where I can be exposed to people who share the same interests as me. Therefore, I think the traditional class is better for me. Well, the man is strongly against the changing plan for two main reasons. First, he insists that most of the students are busy at night with stuff like jobs, family gatherings, clubs, and so on. So they won't be able to make good use of the added classes anyway. Second, he believes that the idea of hiring more teachers to keep the academic building open later at night would be a bad idea. Since the computer prices have been reduced, it's surely cheaper to invest in more computers. More importantly, there is enough space in the building for holding more computers. So the man disagrees with the plan for the reasons stated above. When our nonverbal message agrees with the verbal one, the verbal message is enhanced. For example, when the professor's favorite uncle surprisingly visited him, he told his uncle he was very happy, and his facial expression and body language communicated his excitement, so his uncle felt very good about it too. However, when our nonverbal message conflicts with the verbal one, it can communicate more messages than our words. For example, when the professor taught his daughter to use hammers and nails, he accidentally hurt his finger. Even though he told his daughter he was okay, his daughter didn't believe him because he kept shaking his hand as it could reduce the pain. His face distorted and his voice trembled, which suggests he was actually in pain. The man's problem is that as a freshman, he couldn't find his way to his class because he left his class schedule in his dorm. Accordingly, the woman offers two solutions for the man. First, he could go to the student center to check the room number for his class on a computer. Second, he could try his luck checking every room for his class in this building. Well, in such a dilemma, I think the man should go straight to the student center to check his classroom, because the student center is not too far from where she says he will definitely get precise information on the computer. If he hurries, he will just be on time. Secondly, checking each room would be rude and abrupt, and more importantly, time-wasting, especially for such a huge building. The right room could be the last room he tries in this building, and he could probably be late. So I agree that the man should go to the student center to check information. The artists usually combine or manipulate some visual elements, like colors and texture, to convey a message or create a mood for an artwork. According to the professor, one of this is the use of color. Colors appeal in different ways to the senses and thus can communicate meanings. For example, red is a strong color, and artists thus use it to evoke strong emotions like anger and excitement, while blue, a cool color, has a calming effect on people. The other is texture of a painting, a visual illusion created by the artist like roughness or softness. This can also evoke different emotions. Roughness stimulates strong emotion, while smoothness the other way around. When artists combine these two elements together, they can create a painting that expresses wilder and more chaotic emotions by using red, orange, as well as wide sweeping brushstrokes, or they can create a cooler painting with pale colors like blue and soft brushstrokes.